Now, if you need something to inspire you, it is on the way. Another incredible event that has been put together by the international advocacy organization Global Citizen is upon us, and S3 is once again inviting us to open up to preserving our planet, to work towards eradicating poverty, and to be an activist for a better world by being the local broadcast partner for what promises to be, if history has taught us anything, an unforgettable concert. And joining us now via video call to tell us all about the Global Citizen Live event is Head of Channel for S3 and a very good friend of ours, Pat van Heerden, alongside Global Citizen's Regional Director for Southern and East Africa, Shabet Chikombo. Ladies, a very good morning to both of you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Hope you're all well. Morning, Shabet.
Good morning, Pat. Morning, Graham, and good morning to all your listeners.
As you guys always do, you are connecting the world. We are one global village, and we want to be active citizens within that. And now, Pat, I'm going to start with you because this is a major coup. This partnership really does represent everything that S3 is about. What is the importance of this ongoing partnership between Global Citizen and S3 as a channel, and what does it mean to be able to continue with this weekend's star-studded event? This is a coup, right?
It absolutely is. It's fantastic for us because, you know, the positioning of S3 is let's be global citizens. Let's make sure that we see that all of our actions locally make an impact on the globe. And so it's a perfectly positioned partnership for us. And you know, when we look at, sorry, Graham, I mean, when we look at the millennial audiences, one of the key things that they're concerned about is the planet. And just behind being concerned about climate change, they're concerned about the gap in inequality. And so we have to be able to have that conversation on a global level, and this partnership does that.
Completely, and it makes it accessible to all South Africans in that process, which is amazing. Shabet, I'm going to turn to you now. As we have come to anticipate, obviously, from a Global Citizen event, the lineup is going to be absolutely exciting. Can you outline some of the highlights that we can look forward to?
Absolutely, Graham. And we're so happy to be partnering with S3 once again to bring this key event to all of South Africa. So Global Citizen Live is part of a once-in-a-generation day of unity across 7 continents. I think that in itself is such an incredible highlight for us. It'll be broadcast over 24 hours around the world, and it'll feature artists, activists, and world leaders coming together to create change. It's going to take place in iconic locations across the globe, including New York, Paris, Los Angeles, London, with performances and segments from Lagos, Rio de Janeiro, Seoul, Mumbai, Sydney. We'll have performances from South Africa as well. We have a spectacular lineup, as you've alluded to, Graham, of artists who are donating their time and talent to make this happen. Confirmed stars include Angelique Kidjo, Burna Boy, Davido, Femi Kuti, Tiwa Savage, alongside other global artists that will be featuring in some of the other locations I've mentioned. I think something that is worth mentioning, even closer to home for us, is that our very own Bonang Mateba and Nomzamo Mbata will be featured as presenters at the New York City Festival. And it's really exciting that S3 are able to bring this to us to see all that we have in store for you.
It makes you believe the fact that we can unite, especially in light of what we have been through collectively, globally, over the last 18 months. It really does believe, but something like this needs to be seen by all. So, Pat, I'm going to ask you what the value to S3 viewers, to South Africans, what that value is to be able to watch and enjoy, to be a part of the spectacle. And what are you hoping that we are going to walk away with after watching this?
I suppose some of the thoughts are around how do you have thoughtful pleasure or sort of clever pleasure. In other words, that the millennials really love experiences. This is an experience, and it's an experience about connecting around thoughtful issues around the world in a pleasurable way. And I think that's what we're offering our citizens, the most fantastic music, great celebrities right in your home. And it's about thinking about, you know, being a global citizen while you're having that pleasure. It's thoughtful pleasure.
I absolutely love that, and it just makes it so much more powerful, and that message gets across there. But for me, it's definitely the connectedness that comes with it. Tibet, as always, the festivities are all for a greater cause, and this time to address the climate needs of developing countries, a very hot topic at the moment, understandably. Can you tell us a bit more about Global Citizens' commitments for the Global Citizen Live events? What is driving this one?
Yes, and I love that Pat has referred to it as thoughtful pleasure. I mean, we're really here for impact. We're here for our global citizens and your audience to see the impact of all their action taking over the past few months. So specifically through the lens of the Defend the Planet goal, we'll be calling on world leaders to deliver 1 billion trees planted and preserved to keep our global temperatures from rising beyond 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels and curbing emissions, as well as supporting the 1 trillion trees initiative. So we're asking businesses to join the Race to Zero initiative. We're asking our collective leaders to pledge the billion trees by 2022 as part of this trillion trees movement. In addition to the climate needs and the climate focus, of course, a big goal of ours is defeat poverty. And so with that, thinking about what's in front of us with the global health crisis, we're also calling on governments, philanthropists, and corporations to support efforts to achieve global immunity. And our goal here is to secure 1 billion vaccines to the poorest countries, calling on the G7 and the EU to share at least 1 billion of their vaccine doses immediately with those most in need. And then lastly, linked to the defeat poverty narrative, is we're looking to mobilize funding for meals for the 41 million people on the brink of famine. Again, calling on world leaders to end this hunger crisis by contributing at least $6 billion for the urgent provision of meals for 41 million people on the brink of starvation.
$6 billion, we can do it. 1 billion vaccines, we can do it. 1 trillion trees, we can do it. And I know we can because I've lived through this experience with Global Citizen before. I've seen the outcome of this kind of collective drive as a planet. And this makes me feel like a citizen of the world. The hairs on my arms are standing up right now because you have made me so excited. Ladies, I won't put you through the torture of asking you who your favorite artist is or who you're most looking forward to watching, because they're all amazing. I'm just going to thank you both for bringing this incredible event to South Africa right here on S3. Ladies, thank you so much. Enjoy the thoughtful pleasure this weekend. Soak up every second.
Thank you, Graham. Thanks, Expresso.
Thank you, Expresso. And tune in.
Tune in to S3.
We are making it so easy for you to be an active citizen of the world. Yes, the fact that we get the pleasure of enjoying some of the best artists across the globe, some of our South African ambassadors flying that flag in New York live to the world, that is great, but it's an opportunity for you at home to think about how you can make a difference.